Right, welcome back. I've got a bias programming on a Dv6 2020Sa. I did a graphic change on it, graphic chip change on it basically. It worked fine, and then after several hours, the device just crashed. So on boot up, the initial symptom was that power on, no display. There was no cap lock blinking or any other symptom. After replacing the graphic chip, it worked beautifully, no problem, passed stress test and all that business. But then the system just went on a hang. It just halted basically. When I restarted the laptop, I was getting 3 blinking LED on the cap locks, which indicated that the BIOS is corrupt. So once I took the BIOS IC off the board to sort of verify what's going on, it was identified that the BIOS chip itself is actually faulty. It just developed a fault. So what I've done is I ordered some new BIOS chip here. These are the new ones. That's the old one that's already on the programmer, if you can see. Okay, that's already in there. That one is the old one. So what I'm going to do now is let me open up the EPP programmer software and just wait for that to load up. Oh, I just hate when this happens, basically. Absolutely hates it. Just open that up. The toolbar's disappeared somewhere. I don't know where it's. Oh, there it is. It's back here. Okay. So let me enlarge this. Don't get me wrong. What's the word? This. Let's go up here. Top one. Okay, so that's the part number 251605. That matches the part number what we have here. Oops, go away. In fact, I'll just do another find IC. Sadly, you're not getting all this, are you? It's all right, cool. That's fine. It's all right, no problem, not to worry. Okay, so the IC that's already is 25L1605D. Okay, so that's the IC. That's the faulty one. Okay, let me switch over to the screen capture. Trust me. Look, I've taken it up. literally taking it off the socket, and it's still, you can see that the on the bottom right hand corner, it's still trying to read basically. Right, so what I'll do is I'm going to sort of crash the force stop the program. Oops. Let's end that. Okay, I'm going to reopen the program. Come on. Why would the USB voltage be low for? Why would it say that for? It doesn't make any sense. Why should there be a USB voltage low for message for? Shouldn't be any sort of messages like that. Absolutely not. It's giving me an error message saying USB voltage is low. It shouldn't be. Right, okay. Let me... sadly, sometimes things doesn't work the way you plan it to work, basically. It's always the case. Right, okay, so I've connected to a USB port 3. Right. I'm not going to put this... I'm not going to use this IC... Zoom out. I'm not going to put this back into the EPP-ROM, so that can go in the bin. What I'll now do is put this new IC, okay, into the adapter first, and then onto the programmer. I just hate when there's a bit of a messing around with it, basically. It's just sort of best to use my bare hands. Yep. Okay. So that's been slotted in. Okay. And as you can see, the dot is there. The dot is there for the pin 1. So it'll be pin 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's that. Let's put that into the programmer. There we go. Okay, and that'll go in. What I'm going to do now, to the Dell screen capture. Before doing so, let's do this. Microscope. I'm going to bring the board over, and I am going to, let me sort of exit this programming thing, and let me also sort of where is it gone now? Remove this, eject this device, so I can safely remove the pro IC. Let me get the board, which is here somewhere. There it is. I don't know if you can pause on the open broadcaster, whether you can pause, because sometimes you could end up doing things a little bit unnecessary for the full video, but I don't know if you can do that actually. Right, okay, where is the it's been a little while since I ordered the controller actually, so I literally can't remember where it was actually. I've got to find this. Oh, there it is. Of course it is here. Of course it's stupid of me. There it is. Let's go here a bit closer. There it is. That's where it is. Okay. So pin 1 is where the dot is basically. So what we're going to do get all this. That's the orientation it's going to be. All right. And as I said, you'll have to forgive me because I've not actually used a digital microscope like this other than the one I've already got, which is the Mantis Elite basically. It's a bit awkward when you're trying to see what I mean. It's just not I mean, obviously I'll need a lot of practicing too. Furthermore, it's not helping, it's not a flat ground. These are not flat pads, so let me get rid of all the solder. Obviously there'll be a bit of a background noise possibly. Sort of do this in a bit of a professional manner. I'm going to move the microscope across the thingy, so just bear with me. Let me get it closer to the fume extractor. Apply a bit of flux, get rid of all this unnecessary solder. Okay. Stop whistling. I hate when it starts whistling. Right. Okay, I've had a bit of a restructure on the workbench basically. I've shifted things around from one place to another, so let's get this in the center so I have the best view. Right. Okay. That's nice and clean enough. Ooh, that's a lot of smoke, that. That's a lot of smoke. Okay, oops. Let's give it a quick clean. I have to, but on OCD of making sure that the motherboards are clean before each rework attempt carried out. Okay, nice and clean. Put the controller IC on. These are Nipex tweezers, what I'm using actually. Pretty neat. Bit bulky, but there's a lot of strength that you can put on these. Okay, I'm going to make off one joint first, just so that the IC is not moving. So probably just about. See, I'm used to it with the Vision Engineering Mantis Elite. Never had to look on the screen, so it gets a bit awkward for me, that basically. What I'm going to do is let me dab a bit of solder, and I bet it's going to move, which is fine. Just make sure that it is the right orientation. Yep. Okay. So I'll probably do it on this side because there's some resistors on the. Okay, so yeah, and I knew it's going to move. Break this way. It's my left hand to hold the fireside seal in place. Yep, I think I've done pretty well. Probably put a bit of dab in that one. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply flux. Why is it making this funny noise for? Just there's a bit of a whistle coming out of this extractor fan. Now luckily the noise cancellation bit is helping quite significantly. Right, so let's zoom right center. Because I'm so used to it with using my Vision Engineering Mantis Elite, working on through the monitor, it's absolutely friggin' bonkers. Honest to God, guys, absolutely friggin' bonkers here. Right, that's not enough solder, so I'm going to apply a little bit more flux. Flow those joints. I think the other side's pretty much quite yeah, I think the other side's pretty decent actually. So yeah, soldering side of it is done now. Put this soldering station back in its place. Let's get rid of all that. And okay, let's turn off the extractor fan. Put that away. Put the keyboard. See, this is just absolutely short of space. Let's put this reel back. Okay, and let's give this a bit of a clean. And we'll do a quick test before I finish off for the night. Okay. Enough of that. Let's just dry it off. Okay. Obviously, I'm using alcohol for nothing else, but so let me put this ROM programmer back in its the box. Tidy that up after. Let's sort of just see, make sure that it's clean. Yep, got a decent joint. Yep, I think that's good enough. That. Absolutely. So right, okay, so what we're going to do is let me switch over to the need for the microscope now, so I'm going to switch over to my desk view. Be that one. Okay, let's get rid of this one. There's no need for this, so I'm going to display capture. I'm going to switch that off. I don't need that, and I think I need the microscope, but I'll leave it running. It's microscope video capture, Yeti. Yeah, okay. Let's bring it back to the full screen. Right, okay. As I said, you'll have to forgive me that I've not been. I don't use these sort of softwares for. I've not used them for quite a long time now. Right, okay. Let's cut to chase. Get to the bottom of what's going on now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the tray over with all the bits and bobs. Okay, that can go in the bin. Okay, let's get the CMOS battery. Just want to put this back in its place. It was somewhere. Somewhere. Where? Something like this somewhere. I'll have to find that. Is that what it was? I think so. I'll find out after where this goes. Can't remember now. Just as I said, it's been several weeks before I ordered this. It's not been too bad actually. The CMOS battery that goes in. Slide that in there. As I said, I did a graphic chip repair on this, and sadly, the fault has actually became something else. Okay. Find out where that piece goes anyway after. Let's just try and reassemble some of the stuff. All we need to see is that the board is posted. Just the board that needs to post basically, and as soon as that happens, we know we're in a winning situation basically. So what I might do is I might just try and rebuild some of it, not all of it, but some of it, just so that we can okay. So I'm hopeful that you're getting all this. Okay, just make sure there's nothing missed out. Okay, okay. Let's put these in. Just as I said, it'd be a bare minimum installation basically. So let's go back to that can come up this way. No, take this out. Okay, put the power button back in. Okay, hopefully you're getting all this. Okay, let's put the LCD back on. The RAM, just trying to make sure that the RAMs are on. Yeah, the RAMs are on. So otherwise I'll get a beeping error of some sort basically. The speaker's not going to be on, but let's log Control. Okay. You know what? I'm sick and tired of this gloves basically. It's just constantly sticking. Right, okay. So the board's in. Let's get the keyboard. I'll need the DC jack obviously. I won't be connecting the Wi-Fi yet. Just make sure that those are out so it's not touching any of the board, part of the board. Put this in. And just wondering if I should put the keyboard in. Not necessarily. Let's power up the unit. Just give me one sec. I'm just going to move this out of the range so that I can reach the socket behind me. Let's bring this back. Right, and see what happens basically. Yeah, there's a problem with the thing. You don't worry about that. It's that blinks and goes off again. That's not a problem. That okay. So we've got LED and we have display. Okay, so that in itself proves the fact that obviously in my previous video that the graphic chip's been replaced, and then the error came up. Sadly, I didn't take a video of it, and I've replaced the BIOS IC and reprogrammed it, and it's all good and well basically. So here we are, we've got a working laptop. Yeah, it won't detect the wireless module because it's not inserted. So that's all. I'm going to keep the video short. That's how I do the programming side of it, and I'm glad I made a backup copy of this BIOS, because to find the Dv6 2020Sa, it was really difficult on the internet. I was looking for a fresh copy basically, and the ones that you download from the manufacturer's website, they are encrypted. So there we are, laptop's fixed now. Look after yourself, and I'll catch up with you in the next video. Bye for now.